Welcome to Kronos Employee Training 6B, Time Off Requests for Hourly Employees. So today we're going to take a look at a few training topics. The first, very simply, please follow the policies in Chapter 5 of the Employee Handbook for time off requests. An update was emailed to all employees on 10/14/2020 to simplify your policies in regards to vacation. And there will be no changes to the sick time policy. But now we're going to take a look into the system and take a look at how we process a request for time off. So from an employee's home screen, just like most everything else, we're going to start with the My Home magnifying glass. We're going to click on that, and we're going to go to My Time Off Requests. So as you click on that, at the top upper left-hand corner, you can see there's a time off type, so you can choose the appropriate type. So these will be updated in the very near future to reflect our new policies. However, you can see that there's a COVID sick, COVID vacation, regular sick, regular vacation if they're not related to COVID. A few others, but those will be updated with the policy as that goes into effect. If I can close here, you can see that current balances are all listed here. So at this moment, this employee's balances has a current balance of zero taken, 0 scheduled, 0 pending approval. But had there been balances in there, we'd be able to utilize those. And this is for floating holiday, so I can adjust this. And let's go to vacation, and we can see that there is a current balance of almost 64 hours of vacation. Taken 40 year to date this year. I have 32 scheduled to go and 0 pending approval. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and start a request for a future date. So I'm going to click on the search button here up at the top for time off type, and we're just going to click vacation. So you can see that I know what my balances are. Now I'm going to click on Start Requests, and so you can see that the balances remain on the screen, so you can still see them as long as you've toggled to that correct type. So now it matches vacation, so I know that I only have 63.99 hours to use. So I'm in my request type. There's a couple different options. There's a full day, multiple days, partial day, and partial day start-stop. So we'll take a look at what all those mean. So full day, very simply, is a full day. So let's just say that we want to request tomorrow, which per the policy might not be something that we would do, but just for example's sake, we'll do that. And so it'll auto-populate to 8 hours based on my profile, or this profile in the system. We would click Submit Request. And now that request has been submitted. And if we go back to our calendar here, you can see that there's a blue bar with some dotted lines. That means there's a vacation request pending out there. You can see that there's sick time that was already approved for 8 hours. So that's populated in a nice green line. If we want to now submit a request for a different type, maybe before I do that, I'll switch back and I'll go back to my vacation. And so you can see now, pending approval, I've got 8 hours there. It's not going to take away from my current balance because I haven't actually used it. It's just pending. I'm going to ask for another vacation. I'm going to start my request. And this time, the request, I'm going to go multiple days. Now, the thing about multiple days is that it will not, currently, the system does not know your schedule. So if an employee is, let's say, scheduled tomorrow, being Wednesday, and not scheduled Thursday, and also scheduled Friday, if I put in from Wednesday to Friday, it's going to automatically try to give me 3 days of vacation. It's not going to know that I'm not scheduled that day in the middle. So in that case, that example, I probably want to put in 2 separate requests, one for Wednesday and one for Friday. But if we wanted to put in requests for multiple days, so let's just put in a request. This time we've already put in one for the 14th, so let's just say we want one from the 19th and let's say our scheduled days go consecutively 19, 20, 21, 22. That's fine. We can do that all in one request. Then in this case, we could put the number of hours per day. So let's just say, for example, I want 8 hours per day. Type that in. You can put in a comment to tell your manager what you're looking for, and then click Submit Request. And upon that, it's now been successfully submitted. And you can see, again, the dotted lines of vacation requests. Another type, we're going to go back again to vacation. And I'm going to click on Start Request. So this time what I'm going to do is do an example of a partial day. So with a partial day, we're going to choose a date. So let's go to that 23rd, for instance, a day that we haven't requested yet. And it's going to ask for total hours. So total hours, this would give you an opportunity to just put a lump sum hours, and then you need to communicate to your manager the specifics of that. So let's say I want 4 hours, and I'm looking for, can I have vacation in the AM on 10/23, will be in at 12 noon. And so this may be something that you might want to discuss with the manager, but at least put some details there, as they would know. Now, if you're only submitting a partial day, well, what are your expectations? What are you thinking in your request? Where a manager that gets a request like this without any details may deny and ask the employee to come see them in the doctor to discuss. So just like the others, if I click Submit Request, it'll submit it. So I'm just going to cancel this request. And we're going to start another one. And for this one, if I do partial day start stop, this actually gives you that opportunity to put in those times. So let's say we're going to use that 10/23 option, and I can actually enter in here 8 a.m. to 12 noon. PM. Click on that and adjust it so it shows a total of 4 hours, and it's a little easier to use the partial day start stop as opposed to the partial day. Again, I could put in a comment as to why I want a partial day vacation, not a full day. Click Submit the requests, and what this is going to do, anytime once we've clicked Submit that request, what it's going to do is send a notification to your manager that there's a time off request awaiting approval. The manager will go in and then through the system either approve or deny that request. If in any case a request was denied, the manager would need to put a reason. And what this will then do is send an email to the employee letting them know that their request was either approved or denied, and if it was denied, what the reason was. By going back here to this request, you can see your calendar, you can see what is pending, but also if time off has been approved, it will immediately populate onto your time card. So all of those changes, once it's approved, would then reflect. All of these requests that are here under the dotted lines, since they are just pending requests, they are not yet reflected on the time card. So that's it for today's video for time off requests and how to do them for hourly employees. Please be on the lookout for future videos.